James has got the angle. And a two-handed hammer.
The modern NBA athlete is fitter, faster, and more explosive than at any other time in NBA history. Pioneers like Dr. J, Dominique Wilkins, and of course Michael Jordan are still some of the NBA's all-time best dunkers. And if we're talking about rim destroyers, you can't forget Shaq. But those guys were one of a kind in their day, and now players from all positions can fly above the rim and throw it down. With all the great athletes there are today, we decided to narrow it down to the biggest rim destroyers of today. Be sure to watch until the end to see who is number 1. Number 10, Zion Williamson. I can hear you yelling at your screen already. What? Zion is number 10? That's crazy. And you'd have a point, but the young man from Duke didn't play a minute of basketball this year. Although after signing a max contract with the Pelicans recently, that's for sure going to change. Zion is an absolute tank of a human, if tanks could jump as high as he can. Recently, he was shown doing a 360 dunk with no warm-ups on his surgically repaired ankle. Come back next season when he'll be top 2, and he's not too. Number 9, Anthony Simons. Simons won the NBA dunk contest in 2021 and narrowly missed out on it again this year. Along with Damian Lillard, Simons is a part of one of the most explosive backcourts in the NBA. His rise and creativity in the air are what won him the dunk contest and what makes him a menace for defenders to guard during the game. At only 23 years, Simons already has 4 years NBA experience under his belt, and you better believe that the best is yet to come for this young man. Number 8, John Collins. Atlanta Hawks power forward John Collins comes in at number 8 for one big reason. In a playoff game in the Eastern Semis against the Philadelphia 76ers, Collins seemed to spring off a trampoline and catch an alley-oop to dunk over 7-foot-tall Joel Embiid. And it wasn't even close. Collins has plenty more highlights of him flying through the air, but in a league where posters are made daily, the poster Collins made of Embiid stands out among them all. Number 7, Jared Allen. Cleveland Cavaliers center Jared Allen comes in at number 7. Without LeBron, Cavaliers fans don't have as much to cheer about as they used to, but night after night, they can count on some highlight-level dunks from Allen. Allen is one of the taller players on this list at 6 feet 10 inches, with a ridiculous 7 feet 6 inches wingspan, and despite his giant frame, Allen has no issues at all elevating it above the rim. Remember, we are talking about rim destroyers, not just dunkers, people who can throw it down. And for that, Allen more than fits the bill. Number 6, LeBron James. I know, I hear you LeBron stans yelling at your screen again, and Cavaliers fans yelling too for different reasons. Why isn't LeBron higher? He's still the king. While he most definitely, without a doubt, can still absolutely destroy the rim, at 37 years old, he's had to change his game. Most guys his age are retired by now and playing pickup basketball. The fact he can still charge down the court like a rhino and leap like a kangaroo is absolutely incredible. Just not incredible enough to crack our top 5. Number 5, Obi Toppin. New York Knicks forward and reigning NBA dunk contest champ starts our top 5. Toppin is a New York native, so he's been destroying rims long before he started throwing them down in Madison Square Garden. Overlooked as a young man coming up, Toppin worked his butt off to play for the Dayton Flyers to become a lottery pick for the Knicks in 2020. And trust me, this guy can fly. Sorry for the dad joke, but it's true. He treats games like warm-ups for the dunk contest, going through the legs, catching alley-oops from ridiculous angles, and leaving the rest of us wondering how. How does he do it? Number 4, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is one of the most exciting players in the league right now, and the most exciting player to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves since Kevin Garnett. Yeah, I said it, because he is. He's a new type of shooting guard who can drain the 3 and destroy rims all over the NBA. Oh, and did we mention he can act too? He played the villain in Adam Sandler's movie Hustle. So if by some chance you get bored watching him make incredible plays on your TV, just switch over to Netflix where you can watch him dunk on and talk trash to Juancho Hernangomez, who's not a bad rim destroyer himself. Number 3, Bam Adebayo. Miami Heat center Bam Adebayo really made a name for himself in the 2020 NBA bubble, along with Jimmy Butler. He helped the Heat reach the finals for the first time since D-Wade and Shaq back in 2006. Not a bad comparison to have. When fans came back into the arenas, it wasn't just Butler they were there to see anymore, but the explosive center from New Jersey Jersey, who's also one of Kentucky's famous one-and-done college players. Bam is a big man with a 7'1" wingspan who can dunk over any fan. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I couldn't help myself from rhyming. Just like Bam can help soaring above rims to destroy defenders all over the NBA. Number 2. Ja Morant. It is difficult to find a comparison to Ja Morant. John Wall is as fast, but he can't jump as high. Russell Westbrook isn't quite as explosive as he once was. Derrick Rose in his prime is close, but he wasn't quite as tall. So I think the best comparison is a spotted leopard. They're lethal killers, can change direction in a second, and jump over 10 feet in a single bound. With a leopard, you don't even know they're there until it's too late. And it's the same thing with Ja Morant. He can kill you in so many different ways. He may be lazily dribbling the ball through his legs one moment, and then you blink, and he's taken 2 quick dribbles right past you and is already dunking the ball over your center. In only his 3rd NBA season, Morant has become a real problem for defenses all over the league. Even the NBA champion Golden State Warriors, where he averaged over 38 points a game against them. At 6 feet 4 inches, you wouldn't think he'd be such a problem in the lane, but on offense and defense, he will absolutely destroy you at the rim to dunk on you or block your shot. You're just not safe when this leopard is around. Number 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know the name. It may be the only Greek name you know how to say properly, and there's no way you'll ever forget it. Giannis Antetokounmpo, aka the Greek Freak, tops our list at number 1. Sure, he's never won an NBA dunk contest, but I'm sure he'll settle for his 2 NBA regular season MVPs, 2 NBA Defensive Player of the Years, and oh yeah, an NBA Finals MVP. Giannis can destroy a rim faster than you could pronounce his name. At 6 feet 11 inches tall, with over a 7-foot wingspan, he's never more than a few steps away from a monster dunk. If he's in the air, it's already too late. Oh, you can try to block him, and many have, and failed. Like this one, and this one, just to name a few. You know how normal humans like you and I can dunk on basketball hoops made for toddlers? That's what Giannis does to full-size NBA rims. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. It doesn't matter. The man is going to get to the rim and destroy it like pulling the pin out of a grenade and dropping it in a trench. That is why Giannis is our number 1 rim destroyer. We hope you enjoyed this edition of the biggest NBA rim destroyers.